This video is going to show you some different tempera brush techniques. Make sure you have yours labeled. There's two brushes. One's a filbert, it's rounded on the edge, and a flat. I like the filbert better because the flat brush fans out. The filbert's more stiff. So I'm going to take the filbert and I'm going to do dry brush technique. I'm going to dip my brush one side in the paint and the other side not in the paint. I'm going to hold the brush very parallel to the table with the paint side up, the dry side down. No paint. Paint side up. Work fast, quick, light pressure, and you can fill a big area fast to get the color in an area. It's already dry. That's how fast dry brush is. Okay. Next technique is underpainting. We're going to start this first and let it dry a little bit, so we're doing underpainting. I'm just going to assign a color to this area. Whatever the shape is, I'm assigning a color. That's not painting. A lot of people think, oh, I got that color assigned. That's just getting it filled in what color's assigned. We'll come back later and do some painting on it. Press, again, hold the paintbrush parallel to the table and press down. And you can get some different looks with pressing, creates different ways to paint. If I use the edge instead of the flat side, I can press and create other shapes instead of the same. I can press and pull. Press and pull makes another look. I didn't show you that, but you can do press and pull. You can try one. Okay, now cutting in or edging, you have a line, draw a line. Take your paintbrush. Actually, the more paint you have on your brush, the better. Well, not over, but then you can get the edge. The paint helps hold the bristles together. Again, paint on that edge. I'm pushing down, letting the brush do the edging, pushing the brush up to the edge, pulling the extra paint away from the edge instead of trying to paint exactly how it needs to be. So that's edge painting or cut in painting. The next technique is called blending. I'm going to take a second color. I still have some paint in my brush from red. That's okay. I'm taking paint from the edge of the yellow blob so I don't contaminate, and starting with that lighter color and then pulling, letting that red that's underneath pull out. And I'm going to get just a little more red and finish out. It's kind of like a value scale almost of orange or red orange. Okay, then I'm going to go back up to my underpainting. It should be about dry by now. And I'm going to take some of that yellow that I used, and I'm going to use just a little bit smaller brush, and I'm going to see what I can do on top. Now I'm painting the surface. Before I just assigned the color, now I'm painting the surface of the area, coming up with some different techniques. I can do short little strokes like you did with chalk. I can do a little bit longer strokes. I'm going to use that bigger flat brush and go over the top and show you. I'm doing it soft. I'm not trying to reactivate the paint underneath. I'm doing it soft and creates just a different look than just plain yellow on the paper. Plain yellow on the paper might look a little brighter. You see a little bit of shadowing in that other yellow. Again, just a different way to paint. Okay, I'm going to do kind of a painterly look. This is going to be get some paint applied quickly, and while it's still wet, I'm taking another brush and I'm dabbing or pushing up with that filbert stiffer brush, pushing up to create kind of a textural look of plants or grass or fur, different things like that. So those are just some different techniques to do your brush. Dry brush, underpainting, press, cutting in or edging, blending, and then painterly.